Hey soul family, welcome back to the channel. This is the White Feather Tarot, and in today's reading we're taking a look at an urgent message from your spirit guides. And to do this reading I will be pulling out 3 cards from this deck. If you prefer to pick your piles using your zodiac signs, you will find a timestamp for that down in the description box, which will take you to that part of the introduction so that you can choose your piles using your signs. If you prefer for spirit to pick your pile, you will also find a timestamp for that down in the description box as well. But otherwise, let's take a look at the cards for today's reading. For pile number 1, you've got perfection. For pile number 2, you've got impartiality. And for pile number 3, you've got confusion. As always, if you prefer to pick your piles using your crystals, then let me add these right now. There we go. So for pile number 1, you've got the cherry quartz. For pile number 2, you've got the eagle's eye. And for pile number 3, you've got the selenite. So take a look at which one of these 3 piles you're the most drawn to, and this will be the pile for you here today. I would say trust your intuition. In case you feel drawn to more than one pile, maybe even all of the piles, it is meant to lead you to a reading or a message that you are meant to hear today. And once you're ready, you'll find the timestamps down in the description box, which will take you straight to your readings. And please note that in a moment, I will be assigning different zodiac signs to each pile. If this is something that you're interested in, please stick around. If not, please pause the video and take as much time as you need. But if you prefer to pick your piles using your zodiac signs, welcome, my dear soul family. This part of the introduction has been created specifically for you so that you can do just that. And in a moment after the shuffling, I will be drawing out 4 signs for each pile. Okay, I think we are pretty much ready. Let's go ahead and draw out the first 4 signs. There we go. Second and third. Right, let's see what we've got. For pile number 1, the signs are Aries, Virgo, Taurus, as well as Pisces. For pile number 2, the signs are Capricorn, Libra, Scorpio, as well as Leo. The signs for pile number 3 are Aquarius, Gemini, Cancer, as well as Sagittarius. So, my dear soul family, these are the zodiac signs and their association to each of the piles in today's reading. Please feel free to pick your pile or piles using your sun, moon, or rising. I highly recommend you check out the 3, of course. Alternatively, if you prefer to pick your pile using any other placement in your chart, please feel free to do that. And once you're ready, you'll find the timestamps down in the description box, which will take you straight to your readings. And please note that the next section is about spirit picking your pile for you. If you're interested in trying that out today, please stick around. If not, please pause the video and take as much time as you need. Okay, if you prefer for spirit to pick your pile in today's reading, welcome. This is your section. And what I like to do here is assign a different tarot card to each pile based on the numerology of the cards. So the Magician will be presenting pile number 1, the High Priestess pile number 2, and the Empress pile number 3. And as you may know, I like to shuffle the cards around until one of them draws my attention, and that happens through me taking a card or there we go, passing a card. And that's the card that I missed passing on. And your chosen pile for today's reading, my dear soul family, is pile number 3. Okay, so these were the different ways in which you can pick your pile in today's reading. I truly hope you've enjoyed them and that they brought you the clarity that you need to find your pile. And as you know, once you're ready, you'll find the timestamps down in the description box. Click on your timestamps and I will see you in your readings. Hi, pile number 1. Welcome to your reading. Today we're taking a look at an urgent message. I feel this one is moving, so I'm going to take it. Actually, this one. An urgent message from your spirit guides. And to do this reading, these are the decks that I will be using. At any point, if you're interested in knowing the names of any of them, you'll find that I always list them below for you guys. Okay, so very quickly, let me introduce your pile to you. I also feel this one. Your crystal is the beautiful cherry quartz. Your significator card is the root chakra with the keyword perfection. And if you've picked your pile using your zodiac signs, then in that case, the signs for this pile are Aries, Virgo, Taurus, as well as Pisces. Welcome to your reading. If these are not your signs, please don't worry about it. It's just another way for others to pick their piles as well. Okay, wonderful. Let's now pull out your tea leaves. I see a timing card right there, so let's pick that one up. And perhaps that's the section right there that's meant for you as well as this one, because this one was standing out. Okay, so how many tea leaves do we have for you in today's reading? 2, 4, and 6. Wonderful. Okay, let's take a look at your oracle cards first. So you have the ships. It does look like ships are arriving, don't they? Okay, as your card suggests, perfect. Oh. All right, can you see the ships? Yep, you can. You've got impasse. Reflect and redirect your energy. There's a wall there blocking the path. But is it a wall or is it just signifying that maybe you've arrived? But it does say reflect and redirect your energy. We'll see. You've got imprisonment. You've got the card courtship. All right. You've got grasshopper, situations in the balance that require careful handling. Whoops. There we go. You've got leg, stepping into a new experience. I think that's very clear now. It can't be clearer than that with the grasshopper and the leg. There's something about, I don't know what you're doing, of course, and I don't know what your reading is referring to, but perhaps you know. It is talking about how you're so imprisoned and stuck somewhere in something, and you keep following a particular path, looking for something, it seems. But it does look to me like your guides are trying to redirect you towards something else. They're saying your path is blocked here. You can see it and it's very clear to you. It's time to take a leap of faith with the grasshopper. It's time to step out of that path into a new experience. Let's continue and see the rest. You've got skull, hidden secrets can harm you. You've got the month of November, which instantly made me look. November is 11, right? It instantly made me look at the prison bars as 11, 11. Crazy. 11, 11. So perhaps what's not working out for you at the moment is your divine guidance or divine rerouting somewhere, taking you somewhere. It's not working out for a reason, and it's happening for you and not against you. You've got tulip with the keywords great passion and courtship. How interesting. And you've got unicorn. Use your intuition to make beneficial changes. It's definitely a reading calling out for change. In fact, with all of the red here, I suddenly saw like an alarm. An alarm. It's kind of like an emergency. Your spirit guides are saying, you know it's not working. And I want to say, stop trying. It might come off from me as something negative, but if you are trying and you've got your head up against the wall and you're really trying in a direction that's not serving you, then in that case, you may want to stop trying in the wrong direction. I really don't know what you're going through, but my clue here for you is that it looks like you're really stuck. Right, let's continue to explore your reading and find out more. So you've got the Hermit card. Perhaps we'll get more information about how you can step into a new experience. Perhaps it's not that easy, or maybe it is. We'll find out. You've got the Seven of Wands. Both figures and the way they're holding their tools really make me feel like your guides are saying, come on, you've got this. You got it. You can do this. Yeah, are there challenges? Are you alone? Yes. But are you more powerful than you think you are? That's also a yes. And so there's something about, come on, you can do this. Okay. What can you do? I'm really intrigued. So there's a split in the deck, obviously. So I'm going to take that. Follow the second split. Take the card. Follow the third split and take that card. And we've got that section right there. For now, at least. Okay, so you've got the Knight of Wands. The High Priestess. And you've got the Four of Cups. What are we seeing? High Priestess. This is a scary, it's a depiction of a scary Japanese spirit. The High Priestess is maybe something you're not seeing. And it particularly has to do with you being intrigued about something, how it looks, but it's a trap. It's there to harm you. And the reason I say that is because the Japanese spirit Kuchisaki Onna, if I'm not mistaken, let me check that out. But my memory is saying Kuchisaki Onna. Yes, Kuchisaki Onna. And she lures men in with her beautiful looks. She's got a slit mouth, and and she calls them. Whenever anyone responds, then she scares them. She shows them her mouth. So there's something about something on the facade looks like it's good. The reason you're so entrapped, because it looks like it's attractive, whatever it is that's keeping you there, but in reality it's a trap. and that's why you're trapped. There's a surprise here with the Four of Cups, something like it's going to surprise you. So maybe you've been picking up with the High Priestess, intuitive signs, red flags even, and that's why you're stuck. I feel like your spirit guides are saying you're seeing all the red flags. You're seeing how something is not working, how it's blocked. For some of you, by the way, it makes sense. It could be with the ships and the courtship, right? It could be a relationship. It doesn't have to be, but it could be for some of you. Where maybe you're looking for safety, groundedness, stability. Perhaps it's not providing you with that. So yeah, relationship is on the table. It could be a relationship, it could be a job that you're stuck in, it could be a situation that you are stuck in. And it looks like your guides are saying their urgent message to you is that you need to step out of this situation. It has hidden things. Hidden secrets can harm you, and you can see the High Priestess. There's a lot of secrets around it. A lot of things that are not shown to you are hidden. And from your perspective right now, it looks alluring, it looks attractive, but really it holds a lot of secrets that are harmful. And you are picking up on the red flags. You've seen some alarming things. Don't wait for it to surprise you with the Four of Cups. Your guides are saying you're stuck, and you can't see a way out, perhaps for a reason. Impasse suggests that nothing is moving. That's a huge red flag on its own. And so this is your divine guidance, 1111, that it's time to step out and take a huge leap of faith to take yourself out of this situation. Perhaps you're feeling like you are alone, and maybe that's difficult, but with the Yeti and the Hermit card, this is definitely saying you've got a lot of power. In fact, if we're speaking about power, you've got unique power with the unicorn. There, you're holding some power in your hands that maybe very few people, if any, with the unicorn get to ever see. Both of them, by the way, the unicorn and the Yeti, are creatures that 99.9999% of people haven't seen, right? So most people, at least, haven't seen unicorn, if any, or maybe some have seen, I don't know. But all I'm trying to say is you've got very, very unique power that maybe wouldn't come to this person's mind or this organization's mind or whatever the situation is about's mind, because no one has seen that unique way that you have this power. So I'm just reading with faith here. I'm not sure what this situation is about at all. Trusting the process that this is your urgent message from your guides. And so they're saying use your unique power in this particular situation. And with great passion, sometimes unique power doesn't have to be the power that comes to mind when we think about power, like knowing, like being associated with a powerful organization, or having a specific power, like maybe it's like power in your work, or any sort of power really that comes to mind. Sometimes with the tulip here, and especially that this is unique, some forms of power are way more simpler than that, yet super effective. Like, what can I think about? I'll tell you an example, and it's a weird example that just popped into my mind right away, but it does serve the purpose. So let's say, for example, you've got a lot of neighbors that are trying to persuade a particular person in the building to do something, and that person, no matter what type of negotiation they have with others. They're like, no, 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 not doing that, not happening. And all of the neighbors are frustrated with this person. And so they've used all the ways that they could to persuade this person. They've discussed rent with this person. Maybe they tried to push it in the direction of rent. We're going to increase your rent. Nothing's working. And maybe they got a threatening letter from the neighborhood authority or whatever. That didn't work. They tried everything. They tried everything with this person. All the maneuvers, all the tricks. They would turn off something that this person can use. That's terrible. All of these things are terrible. I hope nobody ever does these things. And I hope nobody's a terrible neighbor either. But you know what I mean. So they like tried to start using other utilities in the building to irritate this person. And this person is not budging. And they're halting the progress of the whole building, right? So in comes a nice, lovely old lady who is not using any of these things at all. And she looks at the person and she acts like his grandmother. And she says, oh my God, you look so pale. Why aren't you eating? And she starts bossing him around in a very loving way. You have to eat. And she prepares this meal for him. And he feels her kindness and gives her a lot of respect because she's an older woman who's trying to take care of him as if he were her grandson. You have to do this, and she starts telling him, no, you have to do this and you have to do that in such a caring and loving way. And because of the sweet connection, this woman notices what's wrong and she says, do it this way. I'm waiting for you. Come on, go do this. What are you waiting for? And so because he has all of these lovely feelings towards this old lady that he feels is like his grandmother, he finds himself doing the weirdest things just to treat her kindly, give her back the gentleness that she's giving him. And just as easily, this woman who goes, oh, that's not okay, you have to fix this situation. And he fixes that situation. And the whole building is startled. Like, how did it work with like the least person they expected to fix this situation? And she does it with confidence. She's like even a little bit like loving, but like bossing this person around, and he's accepting it. And so sometimes a little bit of love and care, tender love and care, does the job. So all this to say that you have a unique sort of power. And with the tulip, it doesn't have to be the traditional way in which we can see power. Like if your mind goes towards, oh, I have to like set the boundaries like this, I have to do this, I have to do that. It looks like to me your spirit guides are saying, think outside the box a little bit. You've got a unique form of power that is very beautiful, that you can use to your favor to stand up to these challenges that are happening here. As you step outside of this particular situation, you feel alone, like I said, but you've got a strong power that Spirit has given to you as a gift. Maybe with courtship and ships here, it is your capability of, for example, creating or forging beautiful relationships. Maybe it's your looks, right? Maybe it is your intelligence, your eloquence. There's something here for sure that you possess that nearly nobody possesses in that way. And your spirit guides are saying you can use that power, although you're alone, to put you on a higher situation than everyone else. That's the energy of the Seven of Wands. on a higher plateau. It will put you on a much higher plateau than everyone else trying to challenge you here, or all of the challenges you're facing in this particular situation. Use that power that you have, your spirit guides are saying. With the Knight of Wands, if you use that power, Knight of Wands, nothing can stand in their way. Knight of Swords, Knight of Wands, nothing is like, nothing can stand in their way. Knight of Wands, if they want something, they're gonna get it. So to put your picture together when it comes to what your spirit guides are saying, they are saying, take yourself out of the situation, step out of the situation. It's alarming, it's full of red flags. It may theoretically look good on the outside, but it really has a lot of hidden harmful things. And so your question now, and don't wait for the surprises, your question becomes, yeah, I know I'm stuck here, but how can I take myself out of the situation? I'm alone, as we've discussed. They're saying you've got a great power that only you can have. And if you use that unique one, you'll be able to overcome all of the challenges that are facing you, no questions asked. And nothing with the Knight of Wands can stand in your way using that power. Let's explore. If this is like the highlight here, let's explore what is that unique power that you hold. Perfection here with the root chakra shows me, do you see there's the inner child inside this woman? There's something so sweet about you with the fruits. So sweet. Maybe it's about how you speak with the light coming out of the mouth. It could be for some of you. It could be how you look. Roots is the physicalities, how you look, how you speak. What you have. What you have could be sweet. Maybe you have something very sweet that other people desire and want. But it will make the ship sail. It will make things move for you, powerfully for you. This is not the direction at the end of the day. If you use your gifts, you can take leaps upon leaps. Right, back to the gift. What is that gift, my dear pile number 1, that you possess, that your spirit guides are referring to? So you've got the Devil card. It's something about you with the Devil card makes other people really desire you. Yeah, look, you've got the fruits here. Or you've got something that others really desire. So much so that they can entrap themselves just to get it. Entrap themselves in a situation to get it. That's with the Devil card. There's something so alluring about what you have, and that's the power that it holds. And it's very desirable. And the fact that it's unique and rare makes it even more desirable, because perhaps in people's minds, it's like, when else am I going to have something like that? When else can I have the opportunity to enjoy something like that? You come, or what you have comes in a very unique package. 10 of Wands. 10 of Wands is heavy energy. In my opinion, it's so too heavy could be a heavy opportunity to lose, right? Or if it drops, it makes a loud noise. So it may look so cute or so wonderful or so sweet, but if it's misunderstood, it creates a big bang. You know, like, for example, a person mistreats a child out and about in the park or something. They may look like a sweet little child and they're so cute, but if they dare and do anything that crosses the boundaries of dealing with a child, like they get frustrated with them, they don't speak to them nicely, they'll find everyone in the park going, what are you doing with what, how can you talk to a child like that, what are you doing? They'll find everybody up against them, right? So similarly, there's something about your power, it's not so easily recognizable, at least to you. It's because it's so sweet, it's so lovely, maybe it's so beautiful, but if but it has a heavy weight one way or the other. If it drops, it creates a heavy weight. There's a strong dual nature about your power. It looks so sweet, but it could be very scary, you know. We've got the Norse goddess Hille in this Ten of Wands, right? So she's half underground, half human, right? And how she looks, her appearance. And so I would say the power that you have, your spirit guides are explaining, not only is it greatly desired, but it has that dual aspect to it. It may look, you too, in your power, have an aspect of it being deceiving, just like this aspect that you're dealing with. But you're not meaning to make it deceiving, like the figure here. In your case, it is your nature of this power. It is the nature of this power. This sort of power in general has that dual nature to it. Sort of like if you treat it well, you get the good side. If you don't treat it well, you get the bad side. So yeah, it's too heavy to deal with if not dealt with right, or if not understood. The both aspects of it are not understood. Half of it, that beautiful side, is kind of like, if I don't treat it right, I can lose it. The other scary side is, if I do this, then it could harm me, or if I could make use of this beautiful side, but if I don't, there's the loss of this amazing thing, and it could be heavy, it could be scary. You know, I'm just trying to translate the energy as much as possible, because I know in that way, if I keep showing you what I'm seeing, perhaps you'll be able to recognize what this power is. We've got more cards for your power. I'll use one more for now. And even if you don't recognize it now right away, I know it's going to click at some point in due time. So finally, this unique power. Oh, you've got the Empress, and it's the Bloody Mary here in this particular Empress. So again, Empress is loving. Do you see the dual nature that I'm trying to show you here? The dual nature about your power. That's why it's not so apparent. So the Empress is beauty, love, nurture. And then you've got the Bloody Mary in the Empress here. That's scary, right? So it's greatly desired, and so it makes people hooked to the side that they want, the loving, beautiful side that they want. But there is a scary aspect to the untrained eye, almost to the person who's doesn't understand that there is another side here. So use that power. How are you guided to use this power? So I would say you guys are mirroring each other. What if this person, this organization, whatever, this situation, whatever this is, there's a mirror here. But this mirror is reflecting sort of its opposite. Like here, this person is putting on a false facade to try to entrap or this situation, while with you, you're oblivious, it seems, to the fact that you also have this dual nature to the power that you have. Maybe you yourself are focused on the beautiful part, maybe not even the beautiful part, but you've got a form of power that's very unique, that's dual in its nature. Part of it can be very enjoyable, highly desired. The other part of it is almost deadly. yeah, so that's what I'm seeing here. How are you guided to use this power? So we've taken a look at this power. How are you guided to use this power? You've got the Seven of Swords. It requires intelligence. Your power is one that should not be used by going, hey, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna scare you. That's why from the very beginning I'm picking up the idea. It's not like your traditional power. With the Seven of Swords, it shouldn't be blatant, right? It should be more, what's the word? It's not swift. It's more more eloquent, more elegant, maybe elegant, eloquent, or more refined than that. Seven of Swords, Page of Pentacles. So Seven of Swords is tricky energy. I don't like, we're not talking borderline manipulation here at all, right? But it requires a bit of intelligence, not using it outright, perhaps through suggestion, perhaps through showing it but not using it. I don't know. Because with the owl in the Page of Pentacles, and the Page of Pentacles is a learner, right? Someone who learns. It just requires people to know about it. They don't have to experience it. This reminds me of like mentioning something, for example, by the by. Now, only if we read these two cards together, I would have guessed it like that. But seeing everything together, how beautiful and desired it is, but how scary it is, something like that. I don't know what it is, but I'm sure you'll find out. Greatly desired, there's dual energy to it. I mean, you don't want to mess with it because another side of it can show. And the way you're guided to use it is not like to actually use that power, but to be suggestive, to be like not suggestive, not like suggest it, of course. What's the word? To just make it known with the owl and the Page of Pentacles, to somehow educate, but not directly, indirectly. Guys, you know, when I know what the reading is about, I'm able to help you much better when I look at your cards. But when I don't know what the reading is about, I trust the process and I just relay the message in the confidence that this is your message from your spirit guides, and I'm just like, I'm just relaying it directly to you as it's meant to reach you. So yeah, that's what I'm seeing in this particular part. This is your power. This is how you are guided to use it. Right. So step out of this experience. Step out of this experience. What does courtship and the ships signify, in case this is not a love reading? So courtship and ships means that this is a relationship between you and, for most of the people listening, it's a relationship, a romantic business relationship, some form like the example we gave, landlord to tenant, manager, employee. There is a form of relationship going on here. It is in fact with a person for most of you. And so, and it could be many because there are several ships. So it is, I would say, for most of you, actually a relationship. Okay, so that makes sense. What does November signify in your reading? Page of Pentacles. You manifest exactly what you want, what you're looking for, outside of this particular situation that you are in right now. So we found out what your power is, how to use it. What are you guided to do? What are you guided to do? Step out where? Right? Perhaps this is your question because you're so focused on a particular path. So step out where? In case you haven't caught on to it yet. 5 of Cups. 7 of Cups. Okay. Knight of Swords. Well, if I look at your cards, it does look to me like you may know, but here's how your guides are showing it. They're saying you are so focused on the losses and on the sadness right under your foot that you're not noticing what other things are there for you. What other major, amazing opportunity that are solid that are there for you. You can see with the 7 of Cups here, there's a siren. And so I'm seeing something like, but if you want to know what is there for you, it's already calling you. There's something calling for your attention. It's almost like you know. There is a great desire, a bigger dream, something much, much better out there that is calling for you. And sometimes we don't pick up on these signs and we don't see them because we are so concerned about what's right under our foot, because perhaps it signifies safety. It's like that's better than chasing something or going after something that may or may not be there. You can't see it at the end of the day here, but it's calling for you. And your spirit guides are saying, you know what this is about. There's something else calling for you. Maybe you don't trust, but the Knight of Swords is a card of faith, undivided faith. The Knight of Swords has so much belief in what they're saying, what they're pursuing, that they're not willing to listen to anything else. I'm just trying to show you how much faith this card has. And so your guides are saying, stop looking and crying over the spilled milk. Stop being upset about what this particular situation is not giving you. Don't try to make it safe when it's not. It's full of red flags. There is something else. It could be to you with the 7 of Cups at the moment, feeling like you're building castles in the sky, which is an understanding associated with the 7 of Cups. So maybe to you it's like, oh yeah, I know what's calling me, but that could be naive to think about, or that could be, way up there. It might be like me going after a mirage. It might not be the reality. Here, your spirit guides respond with the Knight of Swords, saying, have undivided faith and go after that, and you shall see what's going to happen. In fact, if you do that by November, which is a divine time, 11/11 even, oh my God, 2 and 9 is 11. My goodness. So 11/11. By November, we did see the King of Pentacles. You would have manifested something amazing. It is nearer to you than you ever think. But just give it a little bit of thought. Use that power that you have. Maybe by now you know what it is. Use that power, unique power that you have, to take yourself out of this situation, and nothing can stand in your way. And my dear pile number 1, this is exactly what I see in your reading. I truly hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. And my dear pile number 1, I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye! Hi, pile number 2. Welcome to your reading. Today we're taking a look at an urgent message from your spirit guides. And these are the decks that I'll be using for your reading today. If you're interested, of course, in knowing the names of any of them, you'll find that I always list them below for you guys down in the description box of every video. But very quickly, let me introduce your pile to you before we get to the message. Your crystal is the beautiful Eagle's Eye Jasper. Eagle's Eye Jasper, your significator card is the card Impartiality. It's a crown chakra card, and if you've picked your pile using your zodiac signs, then in that case, the signs for this pile are Capricorn, Libra, Scorpio, as well as Leo. Welcome to your reading. If these are not your signs, please don't worry about it. It's just another way for others to find their piles as well. Okay, so let's get straight into it. This one is also sliding out, so I'm going to take it as well. And let's see how many tea leaves you've got. 2, 4, and 6. Wonderful. And let's start off the reading with your oracle cards and tea leaves first, before we complete the whole picture of the message using your tarot cards. All right, I think we're pretty much ready. Let's get straight into it. So, my dear pile number 2, you've got the card Privileged Lady. Right? You've got the Mystic. Everybody's listening to this teacher. Everyone's interested. All right. You've got Mystic again. What? Wow, you've got Mystic Healer with the key phrase, healing energy flows through you. So beautiful. All right. You've got Wealth. Wow. Beautiful cards. You've got a Dark Woman, dealings or relationship with a woman with dark complexion or hair. Oh, there we go. You've got Tiger, doing something risky, taking a chance. Whale, great worry over nothing. Gosh, you've got amazing cards. You've got Younger Woman, dealings or relationship with a younger woman. Interesting. There's something so interesting happening in the cards these days. If you've watched these particular piles over the last week, you definitely are noticing a trend that is happening with the cards with me here. There's an aspect about someone becoming younger showing up and popping up in the cards these days. It's crazy. I don't know why this has been popping up recently, but it's definitely there. We always see someone getting younger, someone getting younger. So, yeah, I don't know why. Why? Good question. Why is this popping up recently in the reading? Is there like a general energy that I'm not picking up? 2 of Cups. 2 of Cups could be generation, regeneration, because 2 of Cups is a card of reciprocity. I feel like something is going back and forth, like an engine. Something is generating, or let's say regenerating. Ace of Swords. I'm picking up something so weird, and I'm just going to tell you guys about it in answer to this question of why we're getting this particular energy over and over. And since this has popped up in your pile, perhaps you want to know what's going on as well, right? So there's this regeneration energy, and with the Ace of Swords, it has to do with the mind. In this case, I'm picking up the idea of mind of the collective, since I asked about why it appears in different readings. So perhaps there's clarity of thought. You know how not just our energy that affects us, but as a collective, our energies also affect each other. The collective ideas, the collective, the unconscious thoughts that we all have, they all affect us. And there's something about an awakening with the Ace of Swords, an awakening and a message and the clouds, like a general energy that is affecting everyone. It seems these days particularly, and I'm not sure exactly why, but it has to do with the collective unconscious or the collective consciousness of a message being spread around, perhaps through social media because of the paper planes and because we're talking about collective, but it doesn't have to be. There's like perhaps a collective awakening happening, and maybe a lot of people are thinking about the same thing over and over. They're taking action towards it there, and perhaps it is affecting everyone, and it seems to be affecting you particularly. Mystic, this thing becoming younger, privileged lady. There's something about you. There's a lot of feminine energy here. Privileged lady, the woman. And feminine energy has many powers. One of it is beauty, right? It's the Empress energy. One of it is beauty. So there's something about also healing, right? Feminine energy is also healing and nurturing. So there's something about the collective consciousness having an effect. You're like one of the privileged people who have one of the most effect on this situation. The Two of Cups is love, mutual care. Maybe the collective is taking care of themselves better than before. There's a movement. A lot of people are thinking about it, and somehow that's affecting you as a person in this reading. You're picking it up, right? With all of the feminine energy here, you're picking up this energy. Mystic healer. Perhaps you're a healer yourself, whether you realize it or not, and your energy's picking it up. That's what I'm seeing here. And not only are you picking it up in terms of how you look and your healing and your energy and all of that, healing, how you look like, your health is what I was trying to say, your health and your power. But let me just tell you, it's also, you're picking it up with the Empress, right? Empress is luxury and abundance. You're also picking it up in terms of wealth. So a lot of healing feminine energy, it seems, going on in our world these days. A lot of female energy impact. And that's why it's so important for the collective to experience both energies. This harmony is not to separate. It can't all be just masculine energy or just feminine energy. These are two parts of source, right? They're very important energies, and it is our, let's say, endless job in this realm to unite and balance these two energies. So, long story short, there's something about urgent. It looks like you are picking up on amazing energy. Very soon, all of the things you're worried about will mean nothing in this pile. And we'll see why it's an urgent message in a moment. But this is part of your urgent message, that you're going to be really privileged due to your, let's say, mystical energy. And through your aura, it's picking up on this collective conscious energy. And it's really working its way powerfully to helping you heal all these feminine aspects of abundance and beauty and health and all of that. Lovely. Let's continue. So you've got Beetle, good fortune. I'm telling you guys, this is your energy. Right, let's complete to see why this is an urgent message from your spirit guides. And to complete the whole picture, of course, the whole message. So you've got the Queen of Wands. Didn't I tell you guys you're going to be shining bright with power and beauty very soon? You're in that process. Queen of Wands. Love this energy for you. You've got the Page of Swords. And there's a split in the deck here. I don't know if you can see that. I guess you can right there. So let's take these 2 cards. Oh, 3, 4. Right. Thanks. So you've got the Lover's card. There's a lot of energy of love, creation, being vibrant and attractive, wealth, a lot of Empress energy for sure in this pile. Bina energy. Second Sephiroth. Third, sorry. You've got the 4 of Cups. And the Fool card. Right, let's stop there. See the balance between the feminine and the masculine energy. Although the Lover's card is a card of choice, being split, because even in Thoth, it's a card of splitting, by the way, where the universe continues to split itself further by itself in order to experience itself. So all this to say, it's more of a card of splitting, but if you look deeper into the card, it's splitting to experience, to go back and unite to itself. And that's a choice. I hope what I said made sense, but if it doesn't make sense, it doesn't matter. Forget about it. I mean to say, like, don't worry too much about it. Just sharing my thoughts. I feel like there's something about a split that's uniting going on in your particular energy. A split of masculine, a fracture of masculine and feminine energy that's regenerating and reuniting in this pile. And so the urgent message here has to do with how part of your energy is picking up on it, but the other part needs to actively pick it up in order to make use of it. Again, the feminine and the masculine receiving, but also the masculine taking action, right? So it's urgent. Why? Because you're in a great time of change. If you're like, oh, this is too mystical for me. Yes, this is a mystical reading. And your guides want you to make the best out of this energy, to look your best, to get wealth, and to even heal, right? To make the best use of this. So there is something about a union between the masculine and the feminine that must be happening. Your aura is picking up on this collective conscious energy, and so that part of you doesn't need to like do anything, just receive. The other part of it needs to take action with the foot here. If you even look at the clothing here, there's sneakers and there are pumps. And I'm not suggesting, just a disclaimer, in any way that women have to dress in a particular way and men have to. Everyone should dress in the way that they love, right? It's self-expression. So that disclaimer out of the way, I'm just reading symbolism. I'm reading symbolism about the taking care of your masculine energy side versus your feminine energy side. And so both of these are paint, and they are like something, how something should look like, and the effort. I feel like I'm explaining the symbols so much and they only make sense in my head. So I'm going to stop that part and I'm going to tell you what I'm seeing. I am seeing that you are guided to take that energy gracefully and to give thanks and gratitude and enjoyment of the beautiful energy that you are picking up. And that's very important, because you see with the Four of Cups, it is someone who's being offered something, the Four of Cups, but is not receiving it with gratitude or with respect. Hold on. let me show you a Four of Cups card. There we go. So unimpressed, not excited, although it's divinely presented. That's the Four of Cups. So there is something about receive with gratitude, healthy feminine energy, to feel the love, to feel the gratitude of something so divine that is reaching you, let's say, first, or you're lucky that you're picking it up. And so to express this gratitude is to express it in childlike form, or it doesn't have to be in a childlike way, but in the same way children would receive what they love. They're excited, they're happy, they indulge in it fully, right? So in that same way, you are guided to show, to vibrate gratitude by being impressed with it. Did I put this card back? By being impressed with it, by going, I am so grateful that I'm noticing these changes in myself. I am so grateful that I am feeling, for example, this tiny bit healthier, or this has changed in my life, or this happened. So you're encouraged by your spirit guides to pick up more on this energy from the feminine side. It's just receiving, but to receive with gratitude. And receiving with gratitude means you are treating this right. So feminine energy is taking care of oneself. Encourage this energy, or show gratitude of this energy by taking better care. That's an example. Better care of yourself these days, or treating the very thing that's going right with love, and making it even more, let's say, beautiful, or making it, using it, enjoying it. Do you see? So it's an urgent message, because this is an amazing energy that is in your aura, and it's great to pick up. See the white, the crown chakra, to receive it, to pick it up, allow it to lighten your whole body. So yeah, to receive the blessings that you're going to observe about yourself with great gratitude, whether this is money, whether this is beauty, healing, abundance in any form, creation. Get excited in whatever creative process you're going through, whether this is simple things like you making a sandwich or cooking, or indulging in a creative idea that suddenly strikes your mind, and going, oh, I love that, and being interactive with it, and so on and so forth. The more you do or indulge in that feminine energy, the better you are at receiving. Having said that, your guides are also showing that there's action, there's power that is needed in order to make use of that energy the best. And so here we're looking at action needed that generates great fortune, even more fortune, right? So consider the receiving is like the energy of a sacred, beautiful womb, and the action is the, let's call it the impregnation of the desires and the things that you want as joy in your life. And so you actually want to take action these days and be very focused with the Page of Swords on the things that you want to see improvements of in your life through action. And that's the masculine and the feminine energy here. And so I forgot to tell you something about this closed. I'll get back to it with the feminine energy. But let's stay on course. With the masculine energy, you want to be very focused on the actions that you want to take these days. So if you want more wealth, this is the time more than any other time to be focused in that direction. If you're working, then it's obviously making sure you do your work with the best quality, with the best intention, with the heart, making sure that it comes out nice and beautiful and perfect. Not perfect, excellent, as to the best of your capabilities, of course, as best as you can. Don't shame yourself or blame yourself. To the best that you can, but your intention is to be fully focused and do your best. If you're not working, maybe you're a student, perhaps do the best when it comes to your studies, or whatever you believe can draw wealth to you. Sometimes it is energy and meditation and visualization, right? It's really up to you and how this reading resonates to your life right now. If you want to look better, then you do more of that energy. That's the action taking. You want to make sure you're dressed your best, you smell your best, you're taking good care of your hygiene, you're taking also good care, you're doing the action needed for that nurture. You are perhaps eating better, exercising. These are just my guesses. Perhaps an expert would give you the right thing that you need, or maybe you know better. So, all I'm trying to say are just examples of taking action towards looking better. But the more you, every single ounce of energy you're going to be putting into looking your best or wealth or whatever this is, will reap a lot of results. It's like you're just picking up from a tree, picking the fruits from a tree at this point of your life. You're going to be shining bright. Oh, power as well with the Queen of Wands. If you want to feel more confident, more in your power, if you want to feel like you're living your true, authentic self unapologetically, if you want to be more charismatic, that and the other, everything that has to do with the Queen of Wands, tap into that energy. It, again, it doesn't have to be perfect, but the best to your ability. Because these days, the more you do that, the more you take a step, just a step into it, the amazing results you're going to be seeing that will really flabbergast you. It's like almost it's not the usual ratio that we're used to. There's a lot of energy here of change, and so you take a small step and it takes you leaps and leaps forward. So yeah, the ratio that we're used to, or each one is used to, is kind of like gravity, and it depends on the planet we're on. And so if there's strong gravity, we're not as taller, or the steps are harder. If like we're on Earth or on the moon, every step you take takes you far and it's easier, right? And so the results that we get is a ratio for each person's energy, really. And some people just make one thing and they bam, they're successful, right? Some people are like that. So what I'm seeing here is that don't measure it by the usual ratio. Here there's massive energy, and this is why it's urgent. Your spirit guides want you to make use of this energy to heal. Healing energy flows through you. Do you see? It flows through you. So facilitate this energy so that it fills up every cell. It clears your aura, cleanses your aura, and you see life changing dramatically for you through the unity of the divine feminine energy within you and the divine masculine energy within you. And that is through receiving with gratitude, as well as taking action in these particular areas these days. So I wanted to say something that I've noted a while back, a few minutes back, about this card. There's something here about closed. There's a sign here saying closed. You want to be careful. Your feminine energy of how you receive is very important, because if you, let's say, if you don't receive with the right frequency, you're receiving to the minimum, or maybe even through a loss of receiving. And so you want to be vibrating in that energy. And that vibration is gratitude, it's love, it's nurture, like having the intention of taking and enjoying taking care of that energy that you're receiving beautifully, you see. So yeah, how you receive makes all the difference in the world. Enjoy everything that you receive. Celebrate every little thing that you receive. If you notice, like your, I don't know, your hair is getting thicker, or you notice one new hair, I don't know how you're gonna notice that. I'm just being specific, trying to show you to what extent you celebrate it. You're like, oh, I'm glad I have new hair here. It means my hair is growing and generating. I'm very grateful. So be very grateful about everything these days. If you get like $1, even $1, show gratitude. Don't go, oh, it's just $1 or just a 50 cents. Go, I'm so grateful that this energy decided to reach me. Thank you. Thank you for everything. So be very grateful and high vibrational in how you receive these days, is what I am seeing your spirit guides are showing you, because you are surrounded by massive or strong energy of great fortune, and your spirit guides want you to make use of it to receive this energy, and it must be done in unity, or let's say in in balance between both the feminine and the masculine energies. It's not just about taking action, or it's not just about visualizing and being grateful. It's about it all, and the little things that you do these days, the massive energy that you will receive. The more you do, obviously, the more massive energy you receive. So it's really all up to you. But this energy is here to clear the worries away. It's going to be so life changing in many ways, that the very things that you've had worries about, that's just the minimum. That's just what it's going to do. That's just a minimum. Like it's almost like your guides are saying, don't have minimal expectations. Like increase your expectations. It doesn't have to be so limited. It doesn't have to be so scarce. Don't think in the scarce mindset. It's not just about worries. It's like, oof, I don't have to be worried about that anymore. There's more, and you can receive more. So the minimal effort that it's going to give you is removing your worries. Have you been worried about your health? Have you been worried about your wealth? Have you been worried about how you look? Are there like lines recently or anything like that? Hair loss? I don't know, anything. It doesn't have to be, oh, I'm glad that the worries are away. Well, that is something to be very grateful about. But I feel like your spirit guides want you to expand and increase your expectations these days to receive more. It's like you are, where's the feminine energy? Yeah, you are worthy. You are worthy of receiving the best. So expect the best for yourself, and receive with gratitude means that you accept whatever comes at this point, knowing and having the faith that the universe is abundant, it's endless, and you can always receive more. Yes, that endless energy we were discussing at the very beginning of the reading. Okay, so you have one more card here. Let's take a look at what it says. Temperance. Do you see the gratitude? And temperance is exactly that, holding the two opposite energies at the same time. It's not just one thing or the other. It's visualizing, it's receiving, it's taking good care of yourself, but also at the same time taking action and being focused on what actually needs to get done. And you are guided to hold these two energies gracefully these days. When you're in your feminine energy, you're in your full acceptance and gratitude of what you're receiving. When you're in your masculine energy, you have great desire and you have goals, and you want more, and you're moving towards it. And being able to handle these two is like creating magic, especially these days. It's like, I'm grateful for everything that I'm having, but I know I can have more. I know I can do more. Yeah, and that is exactly what I'm seeing, my dear pile number 2, in terms of your energy, in terms of your urgent message from your spirit guides about the energy surrounding you these days. It's very important that you see it. It says this is the eagle's eye crystal. So it's very important that you're aware of it, that you know this is happening, and that you work with this energy. You're very privileged to have your, let's say, aura be amongst those who pick it up easily. You must be highly psychic, and you're privileged to know, even learn from this reading how to work with it, So all that's left is that you apply this advice if you so choose to. And my dear pile number 2, this is exactly what I see in your reading as your urgent message from your spirit guides. I wish you the best of luck on this journey. And there is a green card that's really been like dragging my attention most of your reading, and I'm really curious to see what this is. Marriage. You know, this happened actually last week. Also, there was a card that was dragging my attention, and it turned out to be marriage, and it happened towards the end of the reading, which usually will happen because I don't want to waste your reading time. I keep it as a note, and then another one, and then I show it to you when it's again. Like, maybe some of you are gonna get married. That's another thing that I didn't pick up somehow here, perhaps. Yeah, the Lover's card is there, so maybe some of you are gonna get married or find the right person. It's there in case it resonates with you. Okay, so my dear pile number 2, this is exactly what I see in your reading. I truly hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. And my dear pile number 2, I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye! Hi, pile number 3. Welcome to your reading. Today, we're taking a look at an urgent message from your spirit guides. Oh, we've got 3 cards already from this deck. Okay, and these are the decks that I'll be using. If you're interested in knowing the names of any of them at any point, you'll find that I always list them below for you guys. But very quickly, let me introduce your pile to you. Your crystal is the beautiful Selenite. Your significator card is the card of confusion. It's a crown chakra card. And if you've picked your pile using your zodiac signs, then in that case, the signs for this pile are Aquarius, Gemini, Cancer, as well as Sagittarius. Welcome to your reading. If these are not your signs, please don't worry about it. It's just another way for others to pick their piles as well. Okay, really good. I think we're ready, but let's pull out your tea leaves. Forgot about that. Right, so these pop up right away. I'm going to take these. I do see a green card right there that's popping out all alone on its own. So much so that it's easy for me to pull it out. There we go. And why not? I guess that section as well. Right. And we've got a timing card as well. So let's pull 2 timing cards. Wow. Okay, a lot of tea leaves, trusting the process. Okay. So how many tea leaves? 2. Perhaps that comes with its timing. And this one and these, as well as these, come with its timing. And then we've got a lot here. Right. So you've got the card Lovers. I feel like there's a lot that your spirit guides want to share with you today. So Lovers. Okay. You've got Rejuvenating Rain. And speaking of rejuvenation, pile number 2 had strong energy of rejuvenation. If you're drawn to pile number 2, I highly recommend it. It was an amazing pile. Right, yeah, clear the past, heal the present. These 2 piles must be connected. And it really further solidifies the message that came from pile number 2. There's strong energy these days, guys. Yeah. So clear the past, heal the present. All right. You've got the Revelry. All right. We can place a tea leaf here. This one's sticking out. Let's take it. You've got Hand, in need of help, assistance, and guidance. Okay, there we go. You've got, whoa, look at that. You've got sudden wealth. It makes me feel like a hit of luck, not just any luck, like once in a blue moon, once in a million type of luck. Okay. I mean, tell me you're not seeing what I'm seeing here. Wow, how can this coincidence even happen? Okay, I'm glad I trusted the process, I guess. Okay, let's keep this here. Don't tell me this is like the wealth card. Okay, that would have blown my mind. Ooh, someone might be asking for your hand, or you might be asking for somebody's hand, like asking to marry them or asking them out. It is significant in this reading with the Lover's card and the Marriage in hand. And like every tarot content creator would tell you, take what resonates and leave the rest. I know that some of you are very much interested in love, others are absolutely not. And so if this doesn't resonate with you, remember that it is a general reading. Okay, so, but it's very powerful here for sure. And you even have a ring, like look, like it's there's a marriage here going on, or love, at least a committed relationship, and as well as sudden wealth. I feel like with revelry, this is a time of partying and excitement in your life. It's not a calm time of your life at all. In a positive way, with revelry, it's like a time where you're like, yay! There's a lot going on. And I saw it from the number of the tea leaves that came in. I had the feeling like, whoa, there's a lot that needs to be shared here. Okay, so we have marriage. Let's pull out one of the tea leaves here. You've got man, dealings or relationship with a man. All right, someone is asking you out. Now, this has nothing to do, again, with gender. If you're watching this and you identify as a man and you want to ask someone out, it looks like it's going to happen, or marry someone. If you if it's the other way around, then it's the other way around. So someone is asking you out, is what I'm trying to say. Okay, so yeah, let's take a look at the rest of your tea leaves. I'm particularly interested in these time ones. So we see more here with a time. You've got lion, time to act. You've got well, family wishes coming true. And you've got the month of December. And here we've got another timing. It is sunrise, new creative ideas, new ventures, a fresh start. And it is the month of July. Okay. So if you're watching this later, July is next. For me, it's next month. For anyone watching this later, it is a timeless reading. It is next month for you. Okay, so we see the timing part. Let's, I guess these are going to explain the rest. So let's fill them up. We know that these are tied together, right? The time shows what's underneath it always, right? So you've got scissors, disappointment in some affair. You've got tankard, celebration, fun, enjoyment. You've got stork, news of a birth or a new business opportunity. Wow, there's so much going on in this pile. And finally, you've got clouds, temporary problems. And you can see here it's clear with the sunrise. Right, so interesting. Let's now take a look at your tarot cards and get a complete message to find out why this particular message that you're seeing right now is urgent. So you've got the Three of Swords, the Three of Wands, you've got the Death card, do I have one more space? No, I don't. Right, let's stop here. The tea leaves took precedence in this reading. Okay. Your guides are preparing you for an incoming time that will be loud and noisy and full of fun and amazing things in your life. And they're all coming in at the same time. And it's a time where you're going to be so busy and a little bit overwhelmed with all of the amazing things happening at the same time. Like, where should you put your attention? On the massive wealth that you're getting, or the love that's happening in your life, or the things that used to bring you a lot of pain that are clearing out? It's like, if one of them happens, it already, let's say, needs your full attention. Let's say you're winning the lottery, for example. I mean, that's an amazing time that would take up someone's focus most of the day. That's all they're thinking about mostly. I mean, it's a new fun event. If there's a newborn baby, it's the same thing. Oh my God, how life becomes beautiful with a newborn baby. Or love, falling in love, or being promoted and taking on a new exciting role that you love, or I don't know what else, one of these big moments in life. Let's look at the cards, right? Well, I guess new business opportunity or something happens. Or something that used to bring you a lot of pain is no longer there, and you get to enjoy the fact that there are endless possibilities and there are fun things that you can do, and the joy of it not being there, that on its own is like an event that requires its attention. But what happens when all of these things happen at the same time? I mean, how can you manage that? Really, for sure, for real, I want to ask, like, imagine you falling in love with the right person, like your dream person, for example, in a moment of time. And that's already like engaging your mind and heart and soul, and you're getting to know each other, and that's already so much fun. And you're enjoying the little things together, and the little quirks and the fun things that happen, and the deep emotions you start to share with each other, and so on and so forth, right? And then you win the lottery. Ding, ding, ding. What? You're winning, I don't know, $10 million. How are you going to feel about that? I mean, that's going to take up a lot of space in your mind as well. So you're already like super excited, and you have to prepare, I don't know, the papers, contact the lawyers to finish the legalities of it all. You're like planning all the exciting fun things that you want to do, the investments, the charity that you want to give to, the people that you've always wanted to help, the things you wanted to get, a dream that you always had, like you wanted to travel somewhere, it was your dream destination, you want to do that. All of these things, the things you want to pay off, the people you want, everything is just, your heart is filled. The project you want to begin with this money that you've always wanted to do because you're passionate about healing something in the earth, or with the animals, or with even people that you feel like nobody was paying attention to. And all of these opportunities just open up, right? So there's the amazing love in your life, there is the winning the lottery, and then it doesn't end there. For example, let's say you were dealing with a health issue, or you were very sad about something, or dealing with a particular mental illness or something, and your doctor calls you up and goes like, hey, that inflammation that you had, it's cleared. What? Yeah. Or you just wake up and you're feeling good. You're like, what? I'm not. I feel great again. I feel like my energy is back. Or even mentally, with the Three of Swords, you're like, what? I don't feel these things anymore that I used to suffer from. I'm actually feeling great. And it doesn't have to do, by the way, with the events that are happening, because ask the people who fall in love, ask the people who win the lottery, or whatever amazing thing happens in their life. it feels euphoric in the beginning, but then let's say the happiness set mode, is it called, goes back to normal, and they start going back to how they feel. So it's not necessarily because of these things. Maybe they had a helping hand, who knows? But I'm just trying to say that these are separate events happening at the same time. So you're like, oh my God, I'm not suffering from this situation anymore. And so that on its own is like opens up amazing potentials. My God, these things that I always wanted to do because of my health or because of the pain, I can start doing now. I can't wait to have my first hike. I can't wait to just wake up and enjoy the day. How about that? Just wake up and feel good in the day. That's a luxury. I can go on and on and on with examples. I'm just trying to give you an energetic taste to what this revelry card, in my opinion, and looking at all of this happening at the same time in your reading, is talking about. It looks like it's a time of action. Also, something could be happening in Leo season. You know, this year it seems July, Lion, this year, and I've been seeing it throughout the cards this year, there's energetic pointing towards the Lion's Gate, 8-8. So especially if you've been hearing it from me throughout the year, this is your clue that something is very special happening for you during the Lion's Gate. In any case, I'm seeing there's a clearing of the energies of the past, and your energy is healing these days when you're watching this reading. Do you see there's the clearing out? And this clearing out, you see this confusion, this energy that was surrounding you in every way. Yeah, it looks like you could have been wondering in this pile with all of this cloud. You were confused, like, why did all of these things happen in my life? Like, why is it clouded? Why is it not working out? Why is it weird? What's going on in my life? Why are things just not sorted? Something like that. And there's the spring rain. There is the rejuvenating rain. There is the time of clearing. This time of clearing is going to take its time, and it's going to become very strong or very potent by July or by the time of Lion's Gate. You know, take timing with a grain of salt. It could be in July for some of you. It could be towards the end of July, yeah, or it could be in the beginning of August, right? Around that time is what I'm seeing, where the sun rises fully. So where with the sunrise, you have new creative ideas, new ventures, a fresh start. It is the real beginning. So while the cleansing is happening right now, your spirit guides are showing you the healing, the cleansing, that cleansing is happening right now. The actual beginning with the Three of Wands, it seems like it's beginning in August, where the actual big wishes start coming true. And from that time up until December is where all the window of craziness starts to happen in your life. Okay, so in this phase, let's call it 3 phases. The pre-phase, the actual phase, I don't want to say post-phase, post energy, right? What can we call it? Window of change. Let's call it, for the sake of the reading, the point of change. The point of change happens during the Lion's Gate for you, right? So there's a pre-period and there is a post period, where all the craziness, by the way, happens in this post period. So moment of change, which starts right now for you guys, is that time between now and the Lion's Gate. And that is the time of cleansing, massive cleansing, where there's a birth, or there's a new beginning, a healing, particularly when it comes to your pains and it doesn't have to be like physical or mental. It could also be the things that are the root cause of pain in your life, the things that are causing you pain in your life. I see a transformation with the Death card. I see it moving away with the Three of Wands. I see it evaporating almost, cleansing. I see you during that time purging that energy, right? Releasing that energy from your soul, mind, body, aura. It's just coming out during that time. And so with that coming out, it may not, by the way, always be so pretty. Do you see how the Three of Wands looks like? As things are moving and being released out of your mind, body, soul, aura, energy, sometimes it's going to feel very relieving, and at other times you may feel weird at best. I don't want to say like, sometimes you might feel tired, dizzy, like you lack energy. At other times you feel like it's moving, something good is happening. So that's what I'm seeing here. But it's certainly a time where all of this energy is being released from your body, you see, from your presence, from your energy, from you. Pile number 3. It's even release. So you might find yourself crying. You might find yourself feeling a lot of pain sometimes. That could be representing how, or you experiencing energy blockages, for example, being released from your aura or your body. But it's a time of purge, is the best thing I can explain looking at your cards. So yeah, that is the time of cleansing between now and Lionsgate. It's like that's your significator card, which is talking about your urgent message right now. Do know that there's a clearing away of all this fog, all of this energy, that all of the energy that blocked your energy or your receivement of energy, blocked your, let's say, life or your experience in life and power and energy and so on. So that's what's going on right now. They want you to know that all of this purging going on right now is something to be greatly celebrated, because it is now releasing that karma, that energy. It's releasing you. It's almost like you're cutting cords with the past, from the past. Yeah, with the past. Things are changing massively in your life. It's almost like you are, as a character, being taken from one storybook and being placed in a new storybook. And you're like, whoa, that's a totally different story. What's going on here? Your life just changes massively at one intense point in time. And you just can't believe the amount of changes that happens in a condensed time period, is what I'm seeing here. So yeah, they want you to know that it's urgent, because they want you to celebrate this purge. Look, 333. I say 3 because it's 13. Yes, I know it's 10 plus 3, but I'm seeing 333. I'm seeing a synchronicity. I don't know yet what it's saying, but just thought I should show it to you. In any case, 3 is the smallest number that's needed to form a shape. So I believe something is starting to form or happen in your life. It's the beginning of that massive change, and it begins by purging. And it's an urgent message, as I was saying, because your spirit guides don't want you to like worry about all of these energies that you're going to be feeling, even intuitively. Your spirit guides are showing you to not block. You see, don't block with the finger. Don't, like, one finger is protecting herself and one finger is pointing the sword. It's almost like allow yourself to feel that pain. Don't block it. Please don't block it now. So just like you are a vessel through which blessings come in, you are a vessel through which unwanted energy can go out. Don't be the one to block it because it's uncomfortable, because it doesn't feel good, because it looks scary. This is a time where your guides are telling you to be quite accepting as much as you possibly can. Don't worry about feeling even intuitively worried about something. Like if you have a weird feeling about something intuitively, I'm not saying don't take action, right? Always take action and be careful with everything in life, but don't engage in worrying too much about it. Do what is like, let's say you have a bad feeling about someone or something. You have a bad feeling about something. Maybe this is like spiritual energy leaving your body, right? Leaving your existence, leaving your field. And so in that case, in your reading just today, your message is don't block it, or don't worry, don't block it by engaging in it, is what I'm trying to say. Like, don't worry too much about it. Don't start envisioning that awful things are going to happen. Perhaps it's just some energy, psychic energy leaving your body. Sometimes it is things like an ancestral curse that you never knew about, or maybe even a spell. And sometimes spells aren't created through like a witch going ha 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 creating a spell. Sometimes we all may be creating spells in one time in our lives or the other by feeling something intensely and saying something in a specific way, and we didn't even know it was a spell. So things we say or do to ourselves or each other that could be spells and we don't know. All I'm trying to say is that you are just guided to let it be. If you have an intuitive feeling about something, of course, make sure you take action, you're careful, you're safe, and then let it go. Don't engage in it. It could be wrong. Let me just put it this way. The way you psychically, although you could be a super psychic person, you usually get it right. You could be wrong this one time. Could be a new experience, psychic experience you didn't know about, like an old ancient spell or something that you didn't experience coming out before, so you don't particularly know what this is, right? And you're feeling all these red flags. So in that case, just allow it. Do what, again, last time I'm going to say this disclaimer, it goes without saying, when we move forward, do what you need to do to be careful and safe, but then let it go. So yeah, don't be the one to block this. If you feel sadness, cry it out. Don't engage in imagining the thoughts you're crying about. That's fine, cry it out until it's released, and just don't engage in these emotions and thoughts. If you get a bout of or a burst of anger, release it safely, of course. Just go or however you like to release it. It's always healthy to release it in a safe, good way. And so on and so forth. It's like allow these energies to come out. Also, part of allowing the release of something is to follow guidance. What if you get guidance about this is the best way to cleanse this from your body? Like, let's say your doctor or an expert tells you, hey, it's a good idea if you don't eat this particular food in the next 3 days, then you obviously want to make sure you apply this advice. Or you read about something and you check with the experts in your life, and they tell you, they confirm it, and you go, yeah, I'm not just going to listen to this guidance, but I'm actually going to apply it because I just received it in this time. And that's part of allowing things to be released from my body. Or if you listen to good, wise, again, expert advice about your mental health, and it resonates with you, it can help you in something, but it's gonna like maybe take some effort from you, then again, follow that advice. And so overall, this is your way to facilitate or engage in this purging, cleansing process that is happening from now up until July/August. And this is a very important time, because this massive purge, this massive cleanse is probably, in my opinion, is what is leading to, just like a vacuum, something goes out, something else must replace it right away. And so just as you are taking out all of this confusion and all of these energies that were making your life slower and heavier and more tiresome and arduous and so on, as that heavy energy leaves instantly, that is probably why a huge, amazing energy comes instead. And so it begins in August for you, my dear pile number 2. And so you're probably asking, well, how do you know it's positive? I know it's positive because with the well here that's coming in, first of all, it's because you're doing that cleanse, obviously, as within, so without, but because you have the well here, it is going to be replaced with your dreams coming true by Leo's gate. And believe me, I do readings every single day, nearly every single day. I'm telling you, I've been seeing in the cards, not every day at all, but it repeatedly has been showing up this year. From the beginning of this year, I've noticed, hey, something for you guys is happening in the Lion's Gate. So keep that in mind. And just as I was saying that, I just looked at the cover of this deck right in front of me on the table, and it says 78. Of course, they want to say tarot cards, 78 cards, but it's very, very interesting because we were just talking about Lionsgate 8-8, and I just saw 7-8, which I'm gonna go and grab right now for you guys. It could be like the eve of the Lionsgate, for example, but let me show you. I was looking at this number right there as I was talking about the Lionsgate. Like, what are the odds? There's something around the 7th of August, towards the end of July, or the eve of the Lionsgate, like perhaps like when the morning strikes of the Lionsgate, something during that time, like in the sunrise, you see, like be prepared in the eve, maybe wake up a few minutes before the sunrise, and soak up the sun, look at the sun as the sun is rising. You might want to do that. Perhaps you can take up a lot of that energy here because it's a time, like I said, where you receive as if you're winning the lottery. It's a crazy time for you. It's time to act. All of these wishes that couldn't pass through to you, that were like laying around, metaphorically speaking, waiting to go in, these go out, and these instantly get vacuumed in, sucked in into your aura. And so all of them happen at the same time. Massive transformation in your life. It's almost like an old part of yourself is unaliving, it's not there, and a new part of you rises as it's holding the old one. It's like that time where the old is dissipating and the new is forming, that time, and it solidifies from that time up until December. So now that we've explained this process of cutting the past and massive celebrations to come, let's take a look at what's going on here. I am seeing elements of your dreams coming true. I'm seeing massive wealth starting to come into your life, and it's going to come in such a crazy way. I see your hands being extended and you receiving it. It's a time of massive receiving, because that is genuinely what's happening. All of these energies that were waiting to come in just come in. So what do I see? I see it's a time of you finding the love of your life and being engaged in love and in a committed relationship and falling madly in love. I see a cleansing of the pains, whatever sort of pains, in what type of body, the ethereal, the physical, the emotional, you name it. Massive cleansing. It's like, I don't know, did you guys know that in this lifetime you'll be going through something like that? And it's like the release of a karma. This is perhaps what something feels like when there is a release in karma. It's like a new beginning. It's a new birth of you see? And did you know, does your soul know? I bet you know that's like, just curious what's going on here. Hierophant, yes, informed. Your soul knows about this. Informed, knows. Good. So your soul knows about this. Massive time in your life. Even the selenite that, that is part of your reading. It's a powerful crystal of cleansing energy. Like, what are the odds? Wow. So it's a time of receiving. And things might, like, you might, if you're already in love, there, in that case, there's a new baby maybe coming up, new family, your family is expanding. If this is something that you wish for at the end of the day, like I said, it's a general reading full of wishes here, and each one's going to have a different wish than the other watching their pile as well. So, yeah, remember that part. But all the cards are trying to show is that there are new things starting in your life that you've always dreamt of. It's like, did you always dream of, I don't know, traveling the world? Then that's a new project that begins. Or did you always want to become an actor or an actress? Did you want to become a model? Did you want to be an artist? Did you want to be an accountant? I don't know, a lawyer. Did you want to look in a particular way? Did you want to have a specific type of wealth? Did you just want to live in an island and have a great life? Did you want to live in an organic field, simple life? I can go on. These are your wishes. They're not for me to define them for you. I'm just here giving you examples so that you can receive and filter this message better as you receive it from me. Yeah, I'm just translating, you filter it and receive it. And that's part of the tarot reading. The magical thing about tarot reading is that the reader translates the energy, and it's not complete because receiving it is half of the magic. And so I'm doing a half of it, a part of it, and you, the way you receive it is the other half. And the way you receive it, although anyone can tell you, oh, that's just how you want to look at it, you know what these messages are pointing at. You saw the synchronicity, you understand exactly how they're speaking to you. And so if 1,000 people tell you you're just imagining it, you know this message just spoke to you. Trust in that, believe in that, and let it play out or manifest the way it is meant to be. Don't rush it. Don't start giving it labels and tags like, oh, it didn't happen yet, or it happened like this but not like that. Maybe not like that is teaching you something, or maybe it is meant to happen in a way and you will understand, oh, so that's what it meant. All I'm trying to say is try to be as flexible as possible in receiving your message. May not, it's okay if it doesn't resonate with you at all. That's not that, then it's not, then you didn't, then that's what you received, right? But even with that, sometimes you might find something happening and you go on that moment, oh my God, isn't this what I heard last month? Isn't this exactly what I heard? Sometimes it happens like that as well. So be an open vessel. I veered off course here. I digress. My point is here with the disclaimer, it particularly has to do with your dreams. And let's expand more on that, because I guess we talked about the different elements that I'm seeing here for you. But yeah, let's see what's meant to happen. So you've got the Page of Pentacles. The Magician. Momentum, Page of Pentacles and the Magician. It's like, ooh, 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 you know, and then wham, it starts having an effect. That's how I'm imagining it, exactly with the sounds, just so you know what happened in my mind right there as I channeled this particular, the way I saw the two cards. So, ooh, and then it rises in a massive way. Exactly what I've noticed with these two cards. So how are your dreams coming true? Oh, they are all coming true. And it's kind of like you start seeing changes, and perhaps this is signifying what's happening from now. It's like, whoa, that's the cleansing, and then whoa, that's the cleansing, and then whoa, cleansing, and things starting to enter into your life, which is perhaps this changing moment, that shift of things coming out and things coming in, and then whoa, it starts moving up, and it's like popcorn. All of a sudden, yes, one popcorn there, one pop one corn popped there, and then all of a sudden, pop, 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 and you're like, whoa. And it's pushing out the lid, and you're like, whoa, 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 turn down the fire. And so all of these things start happening at the same time, just like popcorn, pam, 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 and you're like, oh my god, what do I deal with? And just like popcorn, you start scooping and eating all of them at the same time. When you're really indulging in them, and until it all settles and calms down, and they start becoming your new story. And my dear pile number 3, this is exactly the craziness that I see in your pile. It's beautiful type of craziness. It's the story of your new life, and it begins right now. The celebration begins right now. And so allow this purging to happen. Be, let's say, a good vessel. Be a kind vessel. Allow it to come out with the least resistance as you possibly can. And my dear pile number 3, this is exactly what I see in your reading. I truly hope you've enjoyed it. I've enjoyed your reading massively. Please do let me know how this manifests for you. I love listening to your feedback. I pour my heart and soul, and so I am interested. You would know I am genuinely interested. Genuinely, I mean interested in knowing the feedback and how this played out. And thank you for providing me for this feedback. If you don't feel like it because you're having fun, please don't feel guilty about it. But if you remember and want to share, I would love to hear it. This was your reading, my dear pile number 3. I truly hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. All the best of luck with this amazing energy. Know that it's happening for you. Sending you so much love, and I'll catch you in the next reading.